Hi there everybody, Spider-Kel back once again for another Marvel chess collection review. Going to be taking a look at number 1 in the line of the premium subscription, The Thing. Now these ones, as I've just said, is part of the premium subscription. When these were first released, if you subscribed to the line, as usually does with Eagle Moss, you get everything sent to you in one box once a month, along with the magazines and also some special gifts at certain points. What they've done this time, I don't know if they've done this before. They definitely didn't do this with the DC line. I don't know if they've done this with the previous chess line, but what they've done this time is they've added this premium subscription, where basically you pay an extra £1 every month, and what they do is, I'm not sure when it is, I think it's every 4 months, it must be every 4 months, they send you a completely separate piece in a line that they're calling Marvel's First Family. Now obviously I have subscribed to this because I was very excited to hear about the Fantastic Four kind of line coming out, basically because of who would be the king on the black side. I'll go through a quick run through. On the white side you have the Thing as the bishop, as you can see, Human Torch as a bishop, Mr. Fantastic as a king, Invisible Woman as the queen. On the black side, Super Skrull as bishop, Annihilus as a bishop, Malice as a queen, and Doctor Doom as the king. I am such a big Doctor Doom fan. I think he's such a great character, so that alone was worth it for me, but also the fact that you can get the Fantastic Four line and get Marvel's First Family is a really cool touch, and I really like this. There is a few more things I want to say about this collection and this piece and this magazine in particular. However, I want to move on to something a bit separately. Now with this delivery, with it being number 4, we were all obviously expecting the chessboard to arrive. So it was going to be quite a big delivery. We're going to have the 2 pieces, the Thing, the chessboard. It was going to be quite big. However, with the delivery, we also got this, which was a note from the publisher, as you can see, saying about how it's due to an unexpected delay with the chessboard. We have shipped you an extra fantastic free gift, which is a Marvel chess calendar. We expect the chessboard to arrive in time for your 7th dispatch. Thank you for your patience. We hope you continue to enjoy the Marvel chess collection. Bit of a surprise, bit of a shock, bit of a disappointment. But yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, was I disappointed that the chessboard didn't arrive with this delivery? Yeah, of course I was. I was looking forward to it. However, for them to actually put that in, to say that they've had a delay, these things are inevitable and unavoidable at times, I suppose, but the fact that they give you this chess collection calendar is it's a really nice touch. I really appreciated the gesture around that. So I just wanted to show you the calendar just quickly now before we move on. And here is the calendar itself, 2014 calendar. So obviously with us getting this in April, we're going to already miss out on January, February and March, which is a bit of a shame. But that being said, it's a really nice calendar, and I think it's such an, as I've said, it's such a nice gesture that they send this out as kind of an apology that the chessboard is delayed. They could have easily sent that note out saying, due to unforeseen circumstances, the chessboard's delayed, but it will arrive. Yeah, it sucks, but okay, what are you going to do? But the fact that they add this into it to kind of say, this is to apologise for it, enjoy, it's a really nice touch, and it is a very nice calendar, with some very nice artwork. And as I say, some very nice artwork in it. In the January there, we have some of the X-Men. February, we have some of the Avengers. There are pictures down here as well, or continuation of picture down there, which unfortunately I just can't get this at an angle to show you all of it, but that's that. That's a really nice one. I really quite like of in March of Spider-Man. And just down here we have a picture of a guy caught in his webbing, which I really quite like. This one is what we have currently for April, which is the First Family, the Fantastic Four, which is quite a nice touch. So that hangs right now in my office, and very much enjoying that one. Here is May, which is not staying up. Okay, I'll just hold it. Here is May with the Silver Surfer, Galactus, and oh wow, his name escapes me. No, can't think of it. Yep, but that's them. Very nice artwork on that. I love the detail on Silver Surfer there. Here we have the Marvel Knights. We have Black Widow, which she looks quite strange in there, I'm not quite sure. A really nice picture of Daredevil there. Punisher, and, oh god, Shang-Chi, and all the rest. This calendar is not behaving itself. This is a centerpiece where we have a number of different comic covers. Across here we have X-Men villains, which is very, very nice. Love the nice little Loki in the background there. And then in August we have Villains United, the Wreck Crew, and that sort. September we have a really nice Spider-Man with his villains and Mary Jane in the background. October, Fantastic Fours. So the fours of the Fantastic Four. November, which is my birthday, which I always look to see what's on November, we have Cosmic Menaces. Really nice picture there. And December we have Elektra with Bullseye and Daredevil in the background. So some really nice pictures in amongst that. So yeah, I think that's a really nice touch, and I really do appreciate the fact that they've included this, and I am enjoying it. Would I prefer to have the chessboard? Yeah, of course I would. But as an alternative, and to tide me over for a few more months until it arrives, yeah, I'll take that. That's great. But now we'll move back to the Thing, which is what we're mainly here for. And a couple of points I'd like to make about the comic first before anything else. As you look at it from here, it looks pretty much ordinary, pretty much exactly the same as any other magazine that you get with them, until I probably do this. That is the actual size. That is the actual magazine. If I zoom out, you can kind of make it out a little bit more. This thing is tiny. It is a smaller version of the comic. It's a smaller version of it. Not as much content either. We don't have a center. Well, we do kind of get that, but we don't get a center sort of picture that we usually do, and it's only four pages long. And then obviously on the back, just a picture of the piece itself. So the magazine a little bit less than what you would usually get, but I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, one thing I will say is obviously I get the folder that all of these go in, and obviously that is not going to go in because you have the black peg that holds it up there and up here, so that's not going to fit, which really sucks. So these are just going to get kind of placed to one side, probably get damaged more. That's disappointing. On that sort of note, I don't like how small these are, but otherwise I don't know. I don't quite see the reason why they chose to make these smaller than these ones. I would have thought, with them being premium subscription, you know, that they would be exactly the same size. I mean, these are pretty much exactly the same as the specials that you would get in any sort of Eaglemoss line, whether it be the Star Trek line, the DC Chess line, the Doctor Who line, anything. The specials still have the magazine this size. So why they've decided to go with this tiny little leaflet kind of thing is weird. I just don't quite get it. So yeah, but the fact I'm not going to be able to hold it in the folders is a bit of an annoyance. But yeah, it's a little diddy thing, tiny. However, of course, you could argue that we don't buy these things for the magazine themselves. That's just a little extra that we get with it. We get these things for the pieces themselves, and based on the character that they have. And obviously the Thing is a really big part of the Fantastic Four. All four of them are. You couldn't have the Fantastic Four without all four of them. Otherwise they wouldn't be the Fantastic Four, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, it's a really nice character, a really nice piece. There's so many stories that have gone for these guys. I don't really want to go into the bios of these guys because I'll find myself repeating myself with each one. The Thing I've always quite liked, and I love the character, really. That's pretty much all I can say. I don't want to get to the next one and find myself repeating myself again and again, so I just really I like the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family. Yeah, they're great. So, without further ado, let's bring out the piece itself and see what it's like. And here we have the piece itself, and first of all, as you can see straight away, it captures the character very, very well, just with the sheer scope, size and depth of this piece itself. Really nice representation, very bulky and big, and just nicely detailed as well. I mean, you couldn't have the thing unless he was like really, really big and stocky. That's exactly who he is. Obviously, with a lot of pieces, it's nothing against the piece itself, but a lot of characters in the way they're designed or the way they are, not a lot going for them in the way of costumes or anything like that, and the thing is definitely one of those. But they make up for that in how well they sculpt this piece and how well they have painted and designed this piece. It's a very, very nice piece. There's a lot of things about this that I really like. Start off as always with the face. And as you can see from this face, a really nice angle there. As you can see, his eyes which are sunken deep into his brow, which is exactly as the thing would be. A really, really nice design for the face. Just, you look at this and it's just a fantastic representation of the thing. Right the way down, looks exactly like him, and very, very nice detail. And what I do like on this piece, all the way through the entire body, obviously what they could have done is they could have made this piece and then drew on these lines to imitate the rock edges, to make it look like he has a body made of rock, which is primarily what he is. But what they've done is they have actually sculpted on all of these extra bits. I don't know if they've made the base and then stuck all these on, or if they've engraved this, or how they've made it, I'm not entirely sure. But they have done a fantastic job of making this just really tactile, and it feels like he is really made of just a whole big hunk of rock. It's very nicely done, along with the paint scheme and this kind of golden brown that we've got, with a bit of a black wash in there to highlight the lines and the tones. Very, very nicely done. Very impressed with this. It's just so distinct and really stands out. Very, very impressed. And as I say, with the face, just looks so much like Ben. And I do particularly like the eyes, the fact that they're so small and sunken in, and yet if I can just try and get in there a little bit more, just a touch, there we go. You can see still very nicely detailed with the white of the eye and then the blue in there. Just very, very nicely done and very impressive. We move down to the hands, and with the thing being a bishop, he stands in the classic bishop pose, which is actually pretty much identical to Iron Man, where his left fist is punching into his right palm. Wonderful detail again on the fingers and the hands there. It's just really dynamic and really, really stands out, and just is a wonderful, wonderful piece. And as I say, go down to the shorts, and this is the only section where obviously we don't have any rock. So a little bit of a difference around here. We have this nice blue for the trousers, the classic blue of the Fantastic Four with the belt, and of course his number 4 insignia. And just really nice detail on the trousers. There's not much more you can say about it. Really good creases, black wash again to highlight those creases. Very, very nicely done. And down to the legs, and again, just throughout, all the way through, fantastic detail for these, for the legs and for the whole body, making him look like rock. One thing I do particularly love about this piece is that obviously the thing is a massive, massive character, a massive beast of a man, and I love how they represent this by the fact he can't even fit on the bishop stand. His feet overhang on both sides. It just looks like he's too big for this, you know. When I got this, it was one of the first things I noticed, and I really, really like that. I think that's a fantastic little touch. Just adds to the depth and to the feel of this guy, making him feel that he is just such a big, colossal character. And we move down, obviously, as I said, he is a bishop of this premier line, where you can switch the Fantastic Four for the pieces that we already have and make a different set for the battle, and obviously the Captain America insignia on the side, which I don't know, I think maybe a slight nitpick, maybe the number 4 emblem on there would have been good, just to differentiate from the original kind of like ordinary, if you like, line. Just the 4 on the side of this and the other 3 pieces, maybe that would have been a nice little touch. I mean, obviously what they've done is they've just taken the base from the usual line and just put these ones on top of it. Okay, fair enough, fair dues, but I don't know, I think a 4 on the side would have been a nice little touch. But obviously it would have been a little bit more expensive, making a lot more of these bases different to the others. So yeah, it just would have been nice to have seen that. But there we go, guys, that is the first of the Premier subscription line, the first family, or the first Marvel family I should say, with the Thing. A really nice piece to set it off with. And if the other 3, well, if the other 3 for the white side and the 4 of the black side are going to be as good as this one, we're in for a really, really good treat. So far, this is the first one, and it's definitely worth the extra £1 that I've been paying. It doesn't really feel like that much. Obviously, it's going to cost a lot more over time, but the extra £1 every month doesn't really feel any extra. It doesn't really make you out of pocket, and I think it's well worth it. I really do. If you're a subscriber, I think it would be wise to go to the Premier, pay the extra £1 and get these guys as well, because so far, if the Thing is anything to go by, we're going to get a good set. I'm interested to see what the Human Torch is going to be like. That's going to be a really good one. I'm not seeing any pictures or anything yet, but obviously with him all being all fire, that's going to be a very difficult one to do, so I'm interested to see that. But yeah, there we go. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the review, everyone. I shall be back very soon for another one, but until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.